like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to be me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. This is the rookie from USC, Ronald Jones, his first NFL carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were. Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. We focus our attention here on the Saints offense as they come out, and last year they were coming into 2017 with 3 straight 7-9 seasons. Well, they got it turned around. Won the NFC South at 11-5, won a wild card game, and then we all know the story. Heartbreak in Minneapolis.
But it's one that won't break this team, I don't believe. I think it's actually something that they can use as fodder for the season, as something to build upon. And when you think of New Orleans, you naturally think of offense. You think of Drew Brees. You think of Alvin Kamara last year as a rookie, making the big plays. Mark Ingram running the football, throwing it to Mike Thomas out wide. But the key to this team continuing to get better remains on defense, and I think it was shown in the draft when they made the big move and drafted Marcus Davenport out of UTSA to rush the passer. They know they've got to win their division, which means slowing down some high-powered offenses in Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Atlanta.
That good for 19 and a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allow...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Jones. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go now. Ready. Blue ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Breeze to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go, even. Let's go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. There he goes, left side. It's the first NFL touchdown of the young career of Ronald Jones, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
21.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Jameis now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And some room to work. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Winston. And he'll get that out to Ronald Jones, the rookie. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Brees. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball is kicked, where they have to be when the ball is caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. And fights through 1 man. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, these Buccaneers coming off a 4-game drop-off from a year ago, 9-7 in Dirk Cutter's first season to 5-11 last year. It's now 10 straight seasons without a playoff appearance. And, in fact, they have not won a playoff game, Charles, since winning Super Bowl 37.
And in order for them to get back to the playoffs, they've got to go through their division, which is awfully tough and high-powered on offense. Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. So the Buccaneers made the investment. Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. Also picked up Bo Allen and Vinny Curry from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the defensive front taken care of. They also picked up Vita Vea, a massive defensive tackle from Washington in the first round of the draft.
It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. Nope.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Able to shake him off. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready. Flag 22. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On second down, Winston again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Stay in there. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Set.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Blue lady. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And now running right through it. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there out of Kamara. And even 50 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Breeze now. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to 24. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a play fake. Breeze throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking on the midfield logo. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The Bucs want Jones to take this running back job and run with it, literally and figuratively, as he's back there on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ready? Black 22.
The give is to Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key.
Now Breeze lost the football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This is Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Tight ends on the wrinkle. Tight ends on the wrinkle. Ready. Black 22 set.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Let me go.
Here's Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Being chased out left. And he goes out right around the 39. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Throwing now is Breeze. finds his man. Watson over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Breeze. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a give to Jones running left. Spins past it. And now look at him go. 30, 10, 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. To the 25-yard line. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
That's complete to Meredith. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
1st down, Bridgewater. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And
all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between, and created a foul.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped a double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Bridgewater again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Noah Spence able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm not too funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. My prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, it I done there every girl on my list. KD, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make another